Hey guys, Chatty back, and I am going to do a couple layouts from Christmas. I know I've been kind of hit or miss lately, and I keep saying that I'm going to do more videos, and I actually recorded a video and everything. I just never got it posted before Christmas. I might put that up later, but yeah, I am not with it lately. So we're gonna do some Christmas layouts. I didn't get a chance to really scrapbook Christmas during Christmas, so I went through during Christmas break when India was off and stuff, and had some time. I went through and printed all our December, Thanksgiving through, I don't know what day it was, like the 27th or something. Printed all those photos and got them ready to go so that I can do layouts with them. They're not all ready to go, as in everything's ready and I can make layouts, but I got the photos ready and I have them trimmed down so that they have just the white showing, and I got dates on the back of the photos, which that alone was like a big thing. So photos are ready. We're gonna do some layouts. I don't know if you haven't ordered from me recently, you might not know this. We ended up with COVID over Christmas, so the shop has been closed. It opens back up the 6th, which I think is tomorrow. Today, the 5th, is that right? Come on. Yeah, today's the 5th. Okay, sorry, my tablet's right there, so I was checking the date. Today's the 5th. The shop will open back up tomorrow. I'm trying really hard to get all the current orders out the door as quickly as possible. We were officially off quarantine yesterday, Tuesday. What's today's Wednesday? Yesterday we were officially off quarantine. India got to go back to school, which worked out really well because it was their first day back of school after winter break, so she didn't actually end up having to miss school at all, and it worked out really well. Real fast, I'll show you the pictures so then we can work while I'm talking. So the pictures, these are our photos. There's 3 of them. It's the same, it's just like this photo and then zoomed in way more. So we came home from school one day, and India, I'll tell you the story. Hold on. I'm going to tell you real fast. I went ahead, 2 of these photos are on foam. This one's flat, adhered just to this. I went ahead and added tape to the back. I also took a pencil and just outlined where I want this on the layout, and then I'm going to go in with the branches and we're going to ink some branches. So while I'm telling you stories, we can be inking. So we came home from school one day and we had an Amazon package, and we moved the Amazon package, or India picked it up, really is what it was. India picked up the Amazon package, and we didn't realize at first, but we had a little friend hiding under the Amazon package. And this was still November, is November 30th, I think is what the date for this was. But it was Christmas presents. It was what was in the Amazon package was a Christmas present, so I thought it was fitting to do it with Christmas stuff. So anyways, we found the snake, and so of course I had to take a picture of our new friend that was delivered, and obviously it wasn't delivered. India kind of thought it was, I think, thought the mailman really left it there for her. She wanted to keep it as a pet, and I'm like, oh no, we're not keeping the snake. Snakes don't really bother me as much as I'm not going to just take it in the house. So, and I don't need more responsibility. We're not doing that. If I was not as lazy as I am, I would flip this back and forth so that they're facing different ways, but I'm not doing that. That's too much work right now. So anyways, so the snake, Phil was home because he was working from home that week. So we got Phil and told him, not to make him get rid of it, but because we thought it was funny. And so we went and got Phil, and she was so excited to tell him that there was a snake on the front porch. And Phil ended up trying to move it out to the yard, which was kind of funny because instead of just picking up the whole wreath like a normal person I would think would do, he like took the broom and like tried to like he made it way more difficult than it had to be. So anyways, we finally got the snake. He got the snake out into the yard. And so the next morning when we, sorry, this is a long story. The next morning when we got up to go to school, India was really upset because she went outside to look for Deborock and couldn't find her. So yeah, the snake was a girl and India named her Deborock, which I don't know where that came from, but that was her name. And yeah, she was very upset that she was no longer there. And I tried to explain to her that she had to go home to her family, but that didn't really help the situation at the time because she was still very upset. But yeah, anyways, so sorry, I'm being a little rough with this because I'm just trying to do it fast. But and we're doing 2 colors of distress ink. This is the Evergreen Bough. It's the lighter of the 2. And then we're going to do Pine Needles, which is the darker of the 2. So Deborock, we keep talking about Deborock. And anytime we go outside, like for a week or 2, she would talk about Deborock every time we went outside. So she really wanted Deborock to be our pet. And I wouldn't let her take her in the house. And Deborock was tiny, like our wreath's it was like that big. So Deborock, like in this photo, if you saw her in real life, she was like this. I mean, she was tiny, like all coiled up. She was like that long. She was a little bitty. So she wasn't like a big scary snake or anything. It wasn't a big deal. But it's kind of funny. My uncle hates snakes. So when India told him that we got a pet snake and was showing him pictures, he like hated it. She thought it was hilarious. So there is that. Then what was there was something else I was telling you before I started showing you pictures. Oh, okay. So yeah, so we've been quarantined. Any open orders were put on hold because, quarantine, and I didn't want to spread corona to everybody. And so the shop officially opens back up tomorrow. I'm working really hard to get all the orders out as quickly as possible, all the current orders, because they're all from December. Also, whenever the shop opens back up, I had some December, like some extra special thank yous in December. And because I didn't get to send all those out and everything, and there wasn't enough time for everybody to order in December because, we closed after Christmas, I am going to keep the thank yous the same for January. Just, it'll also help me like mentally, if not to have to create another design. I have been working on new stuff since, I really like these layered together. I'm just going to turn this to make my life easier. I have been working on new designs, but I won't have the new release up at least for another week or so. I'm going to work on, getting everything caught up and getting the shop just back open in general before I try to do the new release stuff. So that will still be a little bit, but probably today's the 5th, probably around the 15th, maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to that, but, we will have a new release this month. It won't be on the 1st. It'll be earlier than that, I hope. Also, I have more baker's twine that's coming to the shop. It just needs to be photographed and uploaded, so that will also be added to. I had it like almost ready to go whenever quarantine happened. So, whenever we had to quarantine. So, that will happen soon as well. Okay, I really love this together, especially on the pink and the red. This is really pretty. This stencil is one that's in the shop. It's a mini stencil. So my stencils come in two sizes. 5.5 inch, which is like this size, and then like a little less than 3x4, which is this size. And so this is the regular size and this is the mini. So if you see a regular stencil, it'll be this size, and if it says mini, it'll be the little tiny ones. Last one over here, and then let's see what else. So yeah, all the open orders that were put on hold are going out first and foremost before anything else. And all of those will have, if you're one of them, will have a bonus set in them to thank you for your patience while, you know, we were quarantined with the Rona. So, real fast, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off, because if I don't, I just won't do it. I know myself. And these, because it's the Distress Oxide, is super easy to clean. Also, if you get my stencils, because it's cut in my laser machine, and because I use my laser machine so much, is the biggest reason, and it stays so dirty, the smoke from cutting and like what the wood and stuff, that's what these colored marks are. If you wiped it really good, they would come off, but it's just more effort than it's worth for me, and it doesn't come off onto your paper. I've not had issues with that myself, so I don't worry about wiping those off. But if it bothers you, I totally can. It comes off really well with like Clorox wipes. But that is something that comes on those stencils, just so you know. So if you get it, it's not like messed up. That's just how they are, because it's the smoke from the machine that does that. Sorry, long explanation. Okay, so now we're back to this. I'm moving these. They are in my way. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stick him down, I think, but I'm going to fold the edges up a little bit so that I can tuck things under. And this is just a strip of wood grain paper. I think it's a Stampin' Up one, honestly. I can't remember. And then this background paper is from a Michaels paper pad. That was all, it's like shopping themed, I think. It's from last year, but it's all red and pink, and then like leopard prints and stuff. It's really cute. Okay, so then the font I picked was this. It's from Rosie's Studio. It is a foil. It's a really thin chipboard. It's not like a real chipboard. It's like a really thick cardstock kind of. But I just hit this. Sorry. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Thank you. Sorry. It's got like a reddish pink foil on it, so it kind of went perfectly with the red and pink. So this will be my title, will be Deborock, and I'm going to wait and do that at the end so I can stick them down on top. In the meantime, I have all these embellishments I've pulled out. So these are ones also from the shop, and it is made using the same shape as the stencil. It's just enlarged. So we're going to stick some of those in there. I also have pine cones and berries in the set, but I don't know that I'm going to use those. I think I'm just going to use these guys. And I kind of want to color them. Dang it. Okay, we're going to color them. Okay, so India was using this just to write on. So we're going to use this to set our pieces on in just a second. So let's see if we can get that. Yep. I love using the distress pads for everything, but the Distress Oxide pads, I should say. I'm trying to decide if they're all, let's do them opposite ways. Okay. The Distress Oxide pads, because they're super juicy too, so it makes it really easy to color your wood veneer with them. I'm just trying to be careful so I don't get ink all over my fingers, but that probably doesn't matter because it probably will happen either way. Oh, come on. The other thing too that's really nice about the Distress Oxide pads is that whenever you're like doing the inking, come on, I can't get a grab on this one. I kind of went crazy with my fingernails the other night. My finger hurts so bad where I sit and chewed on it. But what was it? Oh, because that's what makes them different. It was being the Distress Oxide is that they dry quickly like a dye ink, and they like absorb your color really well, but they're more like a pigment ink so that the color will where is this? The color will stand out even on colored backgrounds. Most dye inks, you don't get that vibrant color like that, like you would with the pigment. So it's really nice with the Distress Oxides that you get that, but you still get the fact that it dries quickly and all that. So I went through and picked out just some embellishments. I love her. I thought she was cute just because when else am I going to use her? And then I have some little pieces. These are from a Felicity Jane set. I don't know if they're from the same set as her, but at least one of them is from the same set as her, but I don't know if they're both from the same set. These are from a pattern paper that I just fussy cut. And then these two are from stickers. I think it's from this one. Yeah. And I just put them on white paper and trimmed them. And then I'm going to use those to kind of tuck, and as well as these guys over here. Oh, and then I have stickers. Okay, so this is the Merry Days sticker sheet, and I have two of them. I didn't realize when I bought them that I bought two till after I'd gotten home, but I have two of them. So I wanted to use these because there's a couple of these on here as well. So look, there's two. I think that's it, but we'll use those as well. And I'm just going to tuck these around here. Just to stick them in there. And I'm not going to adhere her down yet, just because I want to be able to tuck below her. And then some of these longer pieces. These are, what are they called? Die cuts. So, and if you've not used Felicity Jane stuff, their die cuts are super thick. Like almost as thick as those letters that I was saying are the, what's the called? The Rosie Studio letters, sorry. My brain just completely blanks. So I'm just kind of adding these in, tucking them around. Not making it very specific. Sorry, I want him to be able to tuck in a little bit further, but he wouldn't go under because of the tape there. So, I'm just adding glue to the very ends of this one since, so that'll keep it where it can kind of have a little bit of texture without having to add foam tape under there. Oh man. Same with these, because they're fussy cut, so I can totally do that and get away with it. And we're just tucking just little bits. So nothing super complicated or exciting. I mean, it's exciting, but nothing super complicated on this layout. Just trying to keep it simple. And I just thought it'd be fun to emphasize the wreath. The wreath had fallen off our doors when it was on the ground, by the way. But to be completely honest, like, it had been there for a while. It's not like it just fell. It had been there for a while. So, and then I've got these ones, and I've got these ones. But I think I like these better because that's that really foily gold, and her name is that foily pink. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Let's see. So 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 of these guys. And they definitely need extra glue. Let's do him there. Do him over here. So I'm going to do him over there. And then this big guy. Okay, hold on. Oh, crap. Because that's glued down really good. Okay, I'm going to cut him. And I still have these wood veneer ones too. So I'm just adding some glue to this guy. Okay, and then I'm going to stick him back down where he can kind of cover up his little, my little mistake. I shouldn't say his little mistake, my little mistake. And then I'll stick him, I kind of want to stick him over there. Let's stick him right there. Okay, now these are dryish, so we'll go in with them. And again, because they're wood veneer, we're just going to glue him down. So he ends up being kind of random, like this whole wreathy thing. But I think he's cute. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Oh, crap. That was dumb. Yeah, I probably should have just waited and let these dry before and glue those down first. But, okay. Too late. We're just going all out. It's fine. It's totally fine. So let's stick one down here. So how was everyone's Christmas? How did everything go? What did y'all end up doing? We, Phil was sick. And so we kind of gave everybody the option. We didn't know he had corona at the time. He did go get tested earlier. Was it the week before Christmas, or earlier in the week of Christmas, I guess? He went and got tested and it was negative. So we thought it wasn't corona, but so we kind of gave everybody the option of in person or not, or like delaying. And so we didn't do Christmas with some of our family, and we did and then he went to Christmas morning with my family, but not the rest of the day. And then I went and helped cook. And then India ended up starting to feel sick later that day. Like, not sick, but like you could tell she wasn't right. And she was just like kind of crying, and you know how that goes. And so she ended up getting sick, and then that night, Christmas night, after we went home and everyone parted ways and everything, and then I started getting a fever in the night, like in the middle of the night, which Indy and I didn't really get that sick. It was just like a very calm cold on our part, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, we didn't know that's what it was for sure until Monday, I guess, when we got my aunt was able to get us at-home tests, or my uncle, I guess, got them, but it was her idea. So I'll give her credit. And then Phil's, oh, this was a funny story actually too. So Phil took one and he ended up taking two because his first one wasn't really, it like showed up a little bit, but not a lot. And then mine came back immediately, like as COVID. Like it was like, oh yeah, for sure, you have it. But Phil's was just like a little bit, like barely. And I said, I'm pretty sure, because if you haven't seen the tests, how they're done, they look like pregnancy tests, essentially. And I'm gonna go ahead and do these while we're talking. They essentially look like pregnancy tests. And so when Phil's was like only showed up a little tiny bit, like it was like very faint, just a little tiny bit. And he's like, I don't think that means anything, and this was before I took mine. So we didn't know, for sure. Like, and so he was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's only barely showing up. Like, I don't think I think that means I don't have it. And I was like, honey, I think it's like a pregnancy test. Like, no matter how much it shows up, it means yes. And so it was kind of funny because India, overhearing this, goes, oh, Daddy, you're pregnant? I'm like, no, not even a little bit. That's not how that went down, but okay. So we had a good laugh about that. But anyway, so he ended up pregnant. No. He ended up, when he took his second one, it still like didn't really come back exactly. Like it was still like faint. So he went ahead and for work, he made I don't know if he actually made an appointment. He went to an Access Medical and ended up waiting in the parking lot for like 4 hours. They were so busy after Christmas, I guess, with everything. Like everybody ended up sick with it. So he did have it for sure after he got tested in person, and ended up staying home. So we quarantined, did the whole thing. A few people in my family did get sick, but again, it wasn't very much, and thankfully they didn't get super sick or anything like that. And what was I gonna say? A thing. So yeah, so we quarantined, we did the thing, we stayed home. Indy and I were sick for like maybe 2 days, and it was very, very mild. It was not anything to write home about. Like I wouldn't have even thought to get tested with how not sick we were. It's just that Phil could not get rid of being sick. Like he was sick forever, and he wasn't even that sick. It just wouldn't go away. So that was the only reason we even thought that. Yeah. So anyways, so it was a fun Christmas. But yeah, so thankfully India and I did not get very sick at all. So, which I was more excited for her on her part, because she's been sick so much lately. Like regular sick, not COVID sick, but like she just, since like October, she's been sick almost constantly, I feel like. So it was nice that she didn't have it real bad. There was something else I feel like I was going to tell you guys, but I don't know what it would have been. So I'm just adding some little, these are little epoxy sprinkles from the shop, but I just wanted a little bit, it kind of reminds me of berries a little bit, so I just wanted a little bit in there. These are also, these are Doodlebug little epoxy shapes, which is funny, they call them sprinkles too. But they're just little, that's what they are. Like epoxy dots, but shaped like little light bulbs. So there is that. I think that's all for the layout. I need to go in and add the date, and then I'll go in and do my journaling probably down in here somewhere, just talking about Deborock the snake. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna write the date really fast before I forget to, and then just don't do it. Let's do it over here. 11/30/2021, and then I'll go in and do my journaling somewhere down here, and that is it. So there is my layout. Here is an up close. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below, or you can feel free to email me at shadneyscraps@yahoo.com, or you can head over to Etsy. There will be a link down below. If you're heading over there today, the shop still will look like it's closed. I won't have any items in it, but you can still message me, and that's why I didn't put my shop like actually on vacation mode, because if you do that, then people can't message you and all that. So I wanted to keep it open, but not let any more orders come through while I try to play catch up on the upcoming order. I mean, on the current orders. So I will be working on those. If you have questions, feel free to comment, email, or message me, especially if it's shop related or item related questions or comments or concerns or whatever, suggestions, anything like that. Please message me through Etsy, because that is the easiest way for me to keep track of stuff that's shop related. And yeah, so thank you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and happy scrapping. Bye.